My name is Nika Lomazzo, and I'm running to be state representative of District 8. So the first policy that I want to get enacted is a policy that will create more affordable housing. So right now, the way it works is that the state gives city councils across the state very little power to condemn and rebuild buildings. We saw this happen recently in Olneyville, where the city council in Providence had been trying to condemn this building and tear it down. They weren't given the power, and what happened was that a family perished because they were living in a building that had really horrible living conditions. It was unsafe. 911 calls had been made. So I want to make it easier for local city councils to make those decisions about what's safe and unsafe, so that we can give people the quality of life and housing that they deserve. On kind of like, an LGBTQ platform, my policies are absolutely to get the trans panic defense bill taken off of the books. We have a bill in the General Assembly right now that's being held for further study, which in layman's terms means it might not meet the light of day ever, even though it's been written and introduced. And my other one for the community is to finally get birth certificates, fight to get birth certificates and state documents that provide intersex and all various gender identities on those documents. And that's just like some of many, but I think those are the most important right now. I think that people should vote for me instead of the incumbent because, the main thing that I can bring to this is my experience as a trans woman is always going to light a fire underneath me that's going to give me more information and a better informed experience of what it means to fight for marginalized communities. That means women of color, people of color, undocumented Americans, all people. My opponent doesn't have that experience. And I also think that my opponent has been here for a while, and he's been in local politics for a long time, and he's had his chance to kind of prove to us that he can do a lot for us, and he hasn't proven that. So I think it's time for him to go, and time for a new face and a new perspective to come in. Whew. What will I do next? Dance really hard for like a full day, and then also just start campaigning again. I'm not going anywhere. I'll campaign for that seat again, or maybe another seat in the district, but I'll keep going, that's for sure. So it's definitely made me realize how, and you just said organizing, but how organized you have to be to get this kind of work done. It's given me that level of energy, and it's also made me realize that you can only get so much done as an organizer until you have people on Capitol Hill helping you out. You need to have both people coming together. But the most eye-opening element is that everyone has an ulterior motive. And not to really trust anyone, to kind of listen to yourself and yourself only. At the end of the day, because everybody kind of wants to put you where they think you should be. But being trans, sometimes it can be fun and exciting, and then sometimes I just don't really want to talk about it at all. It's overwhelming. I feel like I have a lot of pressure on me to really do this right, so that the next trans person that decides to run has a shot. That's always how it works as a marginalized person when we're first stepping into running for office. But I also feel extremely privileged that I get to be the first. And I don't take any of that lightly, and that informs a lot of my campaign. Vote for me, because it's the year of the woman, and I intend to get stuff done for this great state and city. And if you cut open my wrist, the Woonasquatucket River would flow out. So that's how much I love this great city.